Jai Sri Krishna, Chapter 2, Text 42 and 43. Yam imam puspitam vacham pravadante vipassitah vedvad rata parth न अन्यत अस्ति इति वादिनः कामात्मानेश्वर परा जन्म कर्म फल प्रदाम क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोगेश्वरी गतिम प्रति. Translation. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good work, power and so forth being desires of sense, gratification and opulent life. They say that there is nothing more than this. Text 44. भोगैश्वर्ये प्रसिक्तानां तया प्रयतचेतसां व्यवसायत्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. Translation. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination of devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Text 45. Tregune Visaya Veda Nistregunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvando Nitya Sattvastu Niryukshim Atmaman. Translation. The Vedas mainly deal with the subject of the three modes of material nature. Rise above these modes, O Arjuna. Be transcendental to all of them. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. All material activities involve actions and reactions in the three modes of material nature. They are meant for fruitive results which cause want is in the material world. The Vedas deal mostly with fruitive activities to gradually elevate the general public from the field of sense gratification to a population on the transcendental plane. Arjuna, as a student and friend of Lord Krishna, is advised to raise himself to the transcendental position of Vedanta philosophy, where in the beginning there is Brahm, Brahmaji, or questions on the supreme transcendence. All the living entities who are in the material world are struggling very hard for existence. For them, the Lord, after creation of the material world, gave the Vedic wisdom advising how to live and get rid of the material entanglement when the activities for sense gratification, namely the Karmakand chapter, are finished, then the chance for spiritual realization is offered in the form of the Upanishads, which are part of different Vedas, as the Bhagavad Gita is a part of the fifth Veda, namely the Mahabharata. The Upanishads mark the beginning of transcendental life. As long as the material body exists, there are actions and reactions in the material modes. One has to learn tolerance in the face of dualities such as happiness and distress, or cold and warmth, and by tolerating such dualities become free from anxieties regarding gain and loss. This transcendental position is achieved in full Krishna consciousness when one is fully dependent on the goodwill of Krishna. Text 46. यावनार्थ उदपाने सर्वते संप्लुतोदके तावान सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्रह्मणस्य विजानतः. Translation. All purposes that are served by the small pond can at once be served by the great reservoirs of water. Similarly, all the purpose of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. Text 47. कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतु भूर्मो ते संगो अस्तु कर्म. Translation. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruit of action. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. Text 48. योगस्ते कुरु कर्माणि संगम त्यक्त्वा धनंजय सिद्धेय सिद्धेय समो भूत्वा समत्वम योग उच्यते. Translation. Be steadfast in yoga, O Arjuna. Perform your duty and abandon all attachment to success or failure. Such evenness of mind is called yoga. Purport. Krishna tells Arjuna that he should act in yoga. And what is that yoga? Yoga means to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme by controlling the ever disturbing sense. And who is the Supreme? The Supreme is the Lord. And because he himself is telling Arjuna to fight, Arjuna has nothing to do with the results of the fight. Gain or victory are Krishna's concern. Arjuna is simply advised to act according to the dictation of Krishna. The following of Krishna's dictation is really yoga, and this is practiced in the process called Krishna consciousness. By Krishna consciousness only can one give up the sense of property proprietorship. One has to become the servant of Krishna or the servant of Krishna. That is the right way to discharge duty in Krishna consciousness, which alone can help one to act in yoga. Arjuna is a Kshatriya, and as such, he is participating in the Varnashram Dharma institution. It is said in the Yoga Porn that in the Varnashram Dharma, the whole aim is to satisfy Vishnu. No one should satisfy himself, as is the rule in the material world, but one should satisfy Krishna. So, unless one satisfies Krishna, one can't correctly observe the principles of Varnashram Dharma. Indirectly, Arjuna was advised to act as Krishna told him. Text 49. दूरेण हि एवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगा धनंजय बुद्धो शरणम अन्विच्छ कृपणा फल हेतवः. Translation. O Dhananjay, rid yourself of all fruitive activities by devotional service and surrender fully to that consciousness. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are measures. Text 50. बुद्धि युक्तो जहात इह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्मात् योगाय ऊर्जस्व योगे कर्म सुकौशलम. Translation. A man engaged in devotional service rides himself of both good and bad actions even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, O Arjuna, which is the art of all work. Text 51. कर्मजम बुद्धि युक्ता ही फलम त्यक्त्वा मनीषिण जन्म बंध विनिर्मुक्ता पदम गच्छन्त्य नामयम. Translation: the wise engaged in devotional service take refuge in the Lord and free themselves from the cycle of birth and death by renouncing the fruits of action in the material world. In this way, they can attain that state beyond all miseries. Jai Sri Krishna.